take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Monday, down. New 80.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Down to about the 22 here. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And, Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
On the ground, this is Williams. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Every time I watch LT blow up plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He was also the league MVP in 1986.
One of 2 defensive players who won the MVP award in the NFL. The second one, Alan Page with the Minnesota Vikings, the linchpin of their Purple People Eaters defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
4 down. Monday, down. 180.
Here's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his man complete. It's Tim Brown. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Monday down. Hey, here we go. Hey, we got 4.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Low. Single receiver. Now
Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Here we go.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field when you go make a play on the football.
His pass caught at the 4. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Adam Thielen from 8 yards out. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
Yeah, nice catch. Touchdown, nice catch, offense. Good job, offense.
So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2.
24. Get set. 180.
To throw, it's Carr. On the move to his left. This is caught. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line. And the try for 2, unsuccessful. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They toss it to Tomlinson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits. and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's L.A. with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out.
Set. 180.
A shotgun snap for Newton. They'll roll him out right. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Gun.
Now Tomlin set up 1st and 10. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
Throwing the out route and complete. It's Rice. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Tomlinson. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
I think when people start talking about the greatest Ravens of all time, Ray Lewis's name comes up pretty fast, doesn't it? Tackles like that, just the tip of the iceberg when you start to talk about his talents.
He was their 2nd pick after the move to Baltimore. What was that, 96?
Yeah, 1996. Jonathan Ogden was the first.
And Ray Lewis also 2-time Super Bowl champion and the MVP of Super Bowl 35. Hilton's first catch, good for a 1st down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On the handoff, Tomlinson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
4 down. Set. 180. Let's go, Mike.
The pitch to Tomlinson. He stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. That'll be caught right side by Reed. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Tight right. We're going to set. 180.
They snap it to Newton. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Raider D, they get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now a pitch out to Williams. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up.
Hey, here we go. Go, Chief.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will get the 1st down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Express.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. Lets it fly for Thielen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Carr to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Paul Krause. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. They set up the screened LT. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And this is why it was so tough for defenses to key in on LT. Showing off his catching ability there. He hits you every which way. 7th in all-purpose yards with nearly 5,000 yards receiving in his career.
Now Newton on first down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Do something.
On second down, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3 down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
4 down. Check.
Now Tomlinson on the handoff. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To throw on second down is Newton. Over the middle here is Hilton. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. LaDainian Tomlinson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
And LT finds pay dirt the conventional way there, gets his way into the end zone. I just wonder, partner, you think we might see something a little bit unconventional from him as this game progresses? You do know he's thrown 7 touchdown passes in his career, 2nd all-time for a non-quarterback.
Tight end right. Like I said, like 80. Hey, you got 3 down.
Out of the gun, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And now look at him go. The 40, 30, past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On second down, here's Carr, sliding out of the pocket. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Raiders on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Fielded at the 33. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Set 180. Do something.
On 1st and 10, Newton flushed out right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Greg. You got 4. You're set. 180.
On the run, it's Tomlinson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Newton will throw, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's Tomlinson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's got his man Hilton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. Newton now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Set 180.
A carry now for LT. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Express.
They go again to Tomlinson, and they'll get him down right around the 16. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Back now here on EA Sports. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th.
check three. Great.
Here's Newton now on second down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead.
4 down, check, 4 down.
They'll run with LT. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Second and goal from inside the 5.
4 down, check.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
Come on now. Tight right. We're set. 180. Do some.
From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
All right, field goal gets you the lead here. I mean, but I might want to just go ahead and go for something big.
Oh, come on, you got to kick it.
I mean, you got to be glad I'm not the head coach here, right? The whole team would want to revolt at this point.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score a touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
24. Get down.
To throw is Carr. Rolling to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On the toss, here's Williams. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
I got 19. Get set. 185. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Now Carr, got to have this one. Open man, it's Jeremy Shockey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Down. 180.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Monday down. Hey, boys, got 4 down.
They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Take 4.
He'll look to throw. Steps away. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Hey, 4 down. 34. Eyes on 34.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. And this will try and run for it. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ryan Shazier in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
That's it. Ready to eat.
Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful, because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man. Complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Ready? 180.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Nice solid gain there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Express! Set! 180! Great! Watch the slant! 8!
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Carr going to throw here. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. John Randall continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend.